Hi Stampers, it's Elizabeth and welcome to Brampton, Ontario, Canada. And I am going to bring out the Whimsy and Wonder Suite. So I might have come on a few seconds earlier and ended it because I didn't realize I had pushed the button. So welcome, welcome. What an awesome day. I was following along from work and I haven't seen all the presentations, but I can't wait to, when I'm finished here, I'm going to go back and look at all the presentations. And yes, I'm wearing my pajamas, so surely I've got my pajamas on. So I'm going to be playing with the Whimsy and Wonder Suite, and let's get started. So this, as you've probably seen already today, this is the Whimsical Trees and the coordinating dies. I have two projects that I'm going to share with you. One is a card, and that's the first project, and then I'll come back after a little intermission and we're going to do a 3D project, or sorry, a home decor project. So these are the stamp set and the dies, and because you know me, I'm also going to be using some elements from the some of the dies from the Tasteful Label dies. All right, so let's get started with the first project, and we're going to make a really simple, I think elegant shaker card. So this is the card we're going to make, and you can see the little gems in there that float around, and this is the card we're going to make. I will put all of the measurements for the projects in the description afterwards. They're really simple measurements. Both projects are kind of standalone. And you don't, metric or imperial, there's not a lot of special measurements. I have a hard time saying that. Okay, so let's get started. We've got a little bit of embossing. We've got some elements from the dies, and then we've got the window card. So we've got our card base, and I'm going to recommend using the thick Whisper White for both the base and for, sorry, the thick Basic White and for the top layer, and I'll explain to you why I suggest you use the thick for the top layer as well. And I've already die cut out the tree. Let me just get out the dies here. I've already die cut out this tree here, and I've used the Designer Series paper. I have already die cut out, you just need two of them, a large one and a small one in the mint macaron, and I just die cut an extra one just in case. And using the vellum, the Stampin' Up! Vellum is phenomenal, guys. It's a lot thicker, has a lot more texture to it, so it's really a really nice vellum. None of the other manufacturers compares to the Stampin' Up! Vellum. And so just a little piece of vellum here, and that's using the Tasteful Label dies, which is this big one right here. And we need some cutoffs, and I've got a few in case I make a boo, and that is for the Let Your Heart Be Light. And oh yeah, I've got extra ones here. And then you need a piece of window sheet. You can see it right there. And that is going to, you need it big enough to fit in this space here. And this, as I mentioned before, is a thick Basic White. And I've just die cut out this tree here. You can use the center of that for another card as you so desire. Okay, you will also need some of the, oh my gosh, someone remind me what the names of them are. I can't remember. We also need the strips, sticky strips. That's not sticky strips. Someone will post it what they're called. It's not on the back here. And then I'm also going to be using the Subtle Shimmer Sequins, and these are so beautiful. Lots of sparkle and shine to those. Okay. So this, and of course some rhinestones. So this is really actually a simple card, but has a lot of impact because of the shaker mechanism to it. And I'm just looking for my adhesive here. Oh, there. I did have some Tombow glue out on my desk, but you know, now I can't find it. There it is. Okay. So what I'm going to start by doing is I'm going to put some Tombow glue along the edge like this. And so then I'm going to put the window sheet on top of it. And that is just going to seal it up, and you've got the window sheet like that. And it's just burnish it in there and make sure that it's connected all the way around. You don't want it falling apart. Alrighty. Now we're going to take our, let's see, did Shirley comment what it was? Because I can't remember what they're called. Hi, Shirley. I can't remember what these are called. Sticky strip, something to that effect. Now what we want to do is we want to create a channel here. Oh, I did something wrong, guys. Sorry. I should have put this down here first, like that. I got ahead of myself, but I'm going to fix it. I should have put that down there first like that, then taken this and put it in the middle like that, and then lifted it up so that it would be adhered down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to put this like that, flip it over, and I'm going to put some glue, some of liquid glue again. It's a lot easier to do it the other way around, but I put the, I've done this before where I've put the window sheet on before I did this part. Just getting rid of the blob of glue there. Okay. Now I'm going to center it in like that. So now we've got it in the window, and now I'm going to lay this down, making sure I've got even space, north, south, east, west. There we go. Okay, easy fix, guys. There we go. So that's the tree on the card. And now we're going to put the strip of strips, adhesive strips, and I'm going to create a sort of a channel. You can actually bend this and move it up. I don't like doing that though, because it gets a real curve in it, and I'm always afraid that the curve is going to break or something, or the gems will come out. And then I'm just going to go up that side like that. And so you're basically just framing the tree shape. And important part is to butt up the edges so that there are no open gaps. And I've got a little spot there. And now the reason why I suggest using the basic white thick for the top layer as well, because you can see the sticky strip beneath the under the card, and I'll show you what I mean. And I think if you use the regular basic white, it's going to be really, really noticeable. Okay, I'm just going to dry fit that. And then the one other thing you have to do is make sure you put a little bit of the strips of adhesive on the four corners. This is a little bit thicker than what the dimensionals are, so I recommend using these in the four corners because it's just going to sit nicer. But use small pieces because you don't want it to be really, really noticeable. Meanwhile, I used a big piece there. And you know, I'm just going to put one on either side there. And like I said, if you use the regular basic white, you really see this adhesive underneath. Nope, that one doesn't want to come off. I hope everybody's enjoyed their day and are inspired. So many great, like I said, I was watching from work when I could, and some great projects were shown. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little puddle here of the gem, of the, what are they, shimmer sequins. You know, I have a really hard time Friday nights. Got to tell you, it's been a long week, so sometimes Friday nights my brain just kind of goes, uh, I lose my memory and the whole bit. And I forget what I'm supposed to do, what I'm supposed to say, but it'll come together. Okay, make sure you have enough gems in there so that it's a really pretty shaking when it's all done. And now I'm just going to pull off all of the adhesive on the back. I did a card once and I forgot to pull all the adhesive back off it. And when I picked the card up, you know what happened. All the sequins went all over the place. Let me tell you. Okay. I don't know if anyone else does it, but I always try to touch them to see if I've got all the adhesive, the strips off. Okay, and now you're just going to lay that down and try to match up without getting my head in the way. And make sure it's even, north, south, east, and west. And then really burnish that adhesive into the base of the card so that the sequins aren't going to go anywhere. I don't know if you can see what I mean, but oh, you can't. And maybe it's not as noticeable, but if it was the thin Whisper White, the regular, you'd be able to see all of those adhesive marks underneath. Okay, there we go. So, but we're not done yet. Okay, so now I'm going to get some stamping done. So let your heart be light. I love that sentiment. And I am going to put that on a block. And before I came on, guys, I cleaned all my blocks so they're nice and clean. And I'm not, some people are really fussy with their blocks. I am not. My blocks are well used. They just go into a bucket. And I'm just looking for my embossing buddy, which Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell anymore, but I still use. Yeah, so my blocks just go into a bucket. And I clean them with rubbing alcohol. And then sometimes I will take, after I do the rubbing alcohol, I'll use some hand sanitizer to buff them up a bit. But it's amazing how dirty your blocks get. They get filthy. Okay, and I'm just going to let your heart be light and keep my fingers crossed. And we're going to heat emboss this. So we're going to heat emboss it in silver. Oh, good. It worked. Sometimes, folks, it works just perfect. And let me just get out the heat emboss, the heat gun. I love embossing. There we go. It's like magic. Heat embossing is just like magic. Okay, so now I've taken my my vellum and I'm going to sort of lay it skew like that, and I'm going to put some Tombow glue in the middle, and I'm actually going to wipe it down a bit or take some off and spread it out. That's the word. Spread it out a bit and then just lay it on top like that. Got to get the adhesive off my fingers now. Everything's going to stick to my fingers. And now the two trees. I'm going to put a little one there and the big one there. And I am going to use dimensionals. These are going to get popped up. In the absence of any dazzling diamonds and things like that that Stampin' Up! Don't sell anymore, I like adding the silver embossing because it does add a bit of pop to the color and to the card, especially for holiday cards. Okay, and I'm going to put this one. It's going to go up like that. And then this one, I'm only putting one on the largest part down here. I didn't put one at the top. You can put one there if you want. And I'm going to put it up just a little bit higher. Okay. And now with the Let Your Heart Be Light, it's going to go across the bottom like that, but I want to cut off some of the tail like that. I'm going to trim this down just a bit. My technical term, like a titch. I'm going to do it on this side too. Let Your Heart Be Light. And I'm going to put 3 dimensionals on it. Look at this. It's stuck to my pen. I'm going to put 3 dimensionals on it, and because you always put a dimensional in the middle so that there are no saggy bottoms. And like that. I will tell you that I was making a different card for tonight. Like I had made a different card for tonight, and I came home from work and I looked at it and I went, I don't like it. So this one I sort of created tonight when I came home, and I was much happier with it than what my original project was. So sometimes if don't love what you've made, step back, and if you come back to it and you still don't like it, then move on and do something different. And then last but not least, I'm just going to put a little sprinkle of rhinestones on the card. I was going to take some of the sequins and actually glue them on, but that was more trouble than it was worth. So that's the card. Let me just knock some of them are standing up straight, so there we go. There's one right there that's standing up straight, and stopping them from going. So that is my first project, guys. And I know I pre-cut everything, but that's easy peasy. And I hope you liked the Whimsy and Wonder Suite. And I'm coming back next with a home decor project. And I hope you like the home decor project. So that's the first card. So we'll see you in about 5 minutes. I think I might leave a little bit more for the home decor. Take care, and we'll see you soon.